Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Vidai Go Shitana Pimanande. Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Krishna, Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Simate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvisesa Sunyabhadi Paschatya Deshatharini Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyanangana Shalakaya Chakshuram Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shiguru Sijuta Padakamalam Shiguru Vaishnavamscha Sirupang Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Devam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadhutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Siradha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Si Visakam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Visabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, in the matter of the status quo, Chapter 26, the fundamental principles of material nature, text 60 and 61. Text 60, there's a very short purport. So we are asked to go to the next sloka, text 61. So we'll recite. Oh, which verse is that? 61. So, oh, this 60? Okay, we recite all together. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Text 60. Kshut pipasi tata shatam samudrasto itayor abud atasya hridayam vinam hridayam mana utitam Kshut pipasi tata shatam samudrasto itayor abud atasya hridayam vinam hridayam mana utitam Shruti pasi tata shatam Sumudrasto itayor abud Mataji? Word for one meaning. Shut pipase, hunger and thirst. Tata, then. Shyatam, appeared. Samudra, the ocean. To, then. Itayo, in their wake. Abhut, appeared. Ata, then. Asya, of the universal form. Hridayam, a heart. Binam, appeared. Hridayat, from the heart. Mana, the mind. Uthitam, appeared. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Next grew feelings of hunger and thirst, and in their wake came the manifestation of the oceans. Then a heart became manifest, and in the wake of the heart, the mind appeared. Purport. The ocean is considered to be the presiding deity of the abdomen, where the feelings of hunger and thirst originate. When there is an irregularity in hunger and thirst, one is advised, according to Ayurvedic treatment, to take bath in the ocean. So in this chapter, the Sankhya philosophy, as expounded by Kapila Dev, the son of Mother Devahuti, is being explained. And the Sankhya philosophy means the study of the material nature, how we can, by understanding the material energy of the Supreme Lord, will be able to get out of this material energy, this material world. As Prabhupada says, there are two Kapilas. One is the one who is the atheistic Kapila, but this Kapila Dev also is none other than the incarnation of the Supreme Lord. And Devahuti put herself, being a woman, to be of less intelligent, but she is not an ordinary woman. She is a very elevated Vaishnavi for the benefit of everyone, the conditioned souls in the material world. She asks different questions because Kardama Muni now just left to go and be preparing himself to go back home, back to Godhead. So she was left behind with Kapila. And these fundamental principles of material nature has been explained. It's one of the most difficult part of the Shrimad Bhagavatam because it's about material energy and it's kind of like scientific analysis. But at the same time, it is very much needed for the conditioned souls to understand how the material energy works. And here, partly in this section, the universal form of the Supreme Lord is being described. The universal form also is explained in previous chapters, whereby it is a material form. Universal means material form of the Supreme Lord, and describes different parts of the universe as the different parts of the body of the Supreme Lord. Just like here, mentions how the abdomen compared to the ocean. It's like the material energy, at least in our universe, there are different oceans, islands, dvipas. So, specifically here, the presiding deity of the abdomen is the ocean. So, if you are having problems with your hunger and thirst, irregularity, then go to Gold Coast immediately. No, you don't have to go that far. Just eat properly. Prabhupada says we should eat only to keep the body and soul together. Don't eat too much. Don't eat too little. Be a yogi. Yes, and it explains here also. Then the heart became manifest. And in the wake of the heart, the mind appeared. Now the heart is not the same heart that's pumping the blood. The heart says where the mind, intelligence, and ego, and also the soul and the super soul resides. Wherever and whenever the soul transfer from one body to the next at the time of death, then the soul also carries the mind, the intelligence, and ego. And as long as it becomes purified, then wherever the soul goes, the different species of life, 8,400,000 species of life, the mind, the intelligence, and ego goes along with the soul, taking up different forms of body, purifying oneself until it reaches again the human form of life, which is the best means to, like the best vehicle to get out of this material world. Yes, it's not the heart that's pumping the blood. No, we cannot. And also it says the mind and the heart is synonymous. Like if we have a clean heart, then we have a peaceful mind. If our mind is troubled, disturbed, that means our heart also is not completely purified or cleansed. Shall we go on to the next text? Is that okay? Text 61. So I'll just read it myself. Manasas chandrama jatu buddhir girampati ahankaras tato rudras chitam chatyas tato bhava. Word for word meaning. Manasas, from the mind, chandrama, the moon, jata, appeared, buddhi, intelligence, buddhe, from intelligence, girampati, the lord of speech, Brahma, ahankara, false ego, tata, then, rudra, Lord Shiva, chitam, consciousness, chaitanya, the deity presiding over consciousness, tata, then, abhabhat, appeared. After the mind, the moon appeared. Intelligence appeared next, and after intelligence, Lord Brahma appeared. Then the false ego appeared, and then Lord Shiva. And after the appearance of Lord Shiva came consciousness and the deity presiding over consciousness. Purport. The moon appeared after the appearance of mind. And this indicates that the moon is the presiding deity of mind. Similarly, Lord Brahma, appearing after intelligence, is the presiding deity of intelligence. And Lord Shiva, who appears after false ego, is the presiding deity of false ego. In other words, it is indicated that the moon god is in the mood of goodness, whereas Lord Brahma is in the mood of passion, and Lord Shiva is in the mood of ignorance. The appearance of consciousness after the appearance of false ego indicates that from the beginning, material consciousness is under the mode of ignorance, and that one therefore has to purify himself by purifying his consciousness. This purificatory process is called Krishna consciousness. As soon as the consciousness is purified, the false ego disappears. Identification of the body with the self is called false identification or false ego. Lord Chaitanya confirms this in his Sikshashtaka. He states that the first result of chanting the Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, is that dirt is cleared from the consciousness or the mirror of the mind. And then at once the blazing fire of material existence is over, the blazing fire of material existence is due to false ego. But as soon as the false ego is removed, one can understand his real identity. At that point, he is actively liberated from the clutches of Maya. As soon as one is freed from the clutches of false ego, his intelligence also becomes purified. And then, his mind is always engaged upon the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Supreme Personality of Godhead appeared on the full moon day as Gaura Chandra, or the spotless transcendental moon. The material moon has spots on it, but on the transcendental moon, Gaura Chandra, there are no spots. In order to fix the purified mind in the service of the Supreme Lord, one has to worship the spotless moon, Gaura Chandra. Those who are materially passionate, or those who want to exhibit their intelligence for material advancement in life, are generally worshippers of Lord Brahma. And persons who are in gross ignorance of identifying with the body worship Lord Shiva. Materialists like Hiranyakashipu and Ravana are worshippers of Lord Brahma or Lord Shiva. But Prahlad and other devotees in the service of Krishna consciousness worship the Supreme Lord, the personality of Godhead. Manasas chandramo jato budhir giram pati ahankaras tato rudras chitam chaityas tato vavat. So again, the different parts of the universal form of the Lord is being described here. How one after another the creation has taken place. The heart and the mind, then the intelligence, the ego, and consciousness. Ultimately, it is not the material energy that covers the living entities and makes them to be entangled into the cycle of repeated birth and death again and again. It is the misidentifying the body as the self to be the real self. This misidentification is the cause of our miseries and sufferings. It is not the material energy. So when everything is purified, the mind, the heart, intelligence, the ego, and ultimately the consciousness, then one is considered to be liberated. But it doesn't happen immediately. There is a certain process, as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given us in his Sixastakam prayers. We were reading that in Melbourne, the last chapter of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Anjalila. And there is no purport. There is no purport Prabhupada has given in the Sixastakam, only a series of verses explaining the way how the verses, the slokas, can be understood. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not leave any books. He commissioned his disciples, the six Goswamis of Vrindavan, and the other acharyas to write books, Bhakti Sastra, Rasa Sastra, to Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, even Gopal Bhatt Goswami, Raghunath Das Goswami, Jiva Goswami, all of them. How we can get out of this material world. They understand the inner meanings of the Sastra, whereby we are able to see through. Just even the translation, we're not able to understand. That's why even Srila Prabhupada, they gave purports, commentaries, Vishwanath Chakrabarti Thakur, Baladev Vinyamusan, Sridhar Swami, and so on, so that we'll be able to understand deeper meanings and clearly be able to apply into our daily lives, especially in Kali Yuga. So, as it is explained here, there are different presiding deities in each and every of these different material elements. It's like this body that we are having right now, material form, all moving and non-moving living entities. There are 8 material elements, 5 gross and 3 subtle. And Bhagavad Gita says, Bhumir apon alovayo kamanur eva buddhi eva cha angara adiyame vina prakriti ashtida. And the entire universe also is also composed. Of course, it is a material energy, so it is composed by these different elements. It says that the thickness is 10 times multiplied from one after another. Water. It's like, it says also, yes, our universe is covered half the water where Garbhodakashayi Vishnu lies down. And then it goes 10 times more. Water, air, ether, sky, sky, all of this. Then the mind and the intelligence, and the thickest of all is the ego. When we say ego, it means identification. And Prabhupada gave the translation to that. Chitam, consciousness. The symptom of the soul is the consciousness. But actually, according to the acharyas, that consciousness is being explained here is none other than the antaryami, the super soul. It is the soul who is only identifying again that he is the self, the material body. Therefore, it becomes false ego. We have a real ego. Our real ego is that we're all eternal living entities, servants of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is our eternal occupational duty. It's never a time that we'll become master. So in false ego, we think that we are the master. I am the proprietor. I am the enjoyer. I am the source of everything. Everything that happens is because of me. But according to the Bhagavad Gita, no, in the material world, we are under the direction of the material energy, under the supervision of this divine energy, which means under the modes of material nature, namely goodness, passion, and ignorance. So these 3 gunas, they are also predominating deities, presiding deities. In the mode of passion is Lord Brahma, mode of ignorance is Lord Shiva, and mode of goodness is Lord Vishnu. It is not that Lord Shiva is in the mode of ignorance. It's just he is the one who supervises for those who wish to enjoy the material energy. That's why it is, there are more worshippers of Lord Shiva or Durga than Lord Krishna. Because again, with the misidentification of this body, then we are all clouded up by these 3 gunas. Prabhupada compared to these 3 guna as the 3 strands of a rope that binds us. each strand is compared to one quality, and it's very difficult to get out. Daivihi Ishagunamai, Mama Maya Durachaya. This divine energy of mine is very difficult to overcome, but anyone who surrenders unto me, he can cross over it very easy. So, even the one who's in the false ego platform, one can be in a mode of goodness, one can be in a mode of passion, and one can be in a mode of ignorance. That's why in this canto also, Lord Kapila Dev also explains the glories of devotional service, and there are three types of how one can perform different types of devotional service according to the modes and material nature until he becomes purified. Even identifying that I'm, cultivating knowledge and being proud that I'm very knowledgeable, that is also, in a sense, is false ego. That I should be always praised, I should uh, be glorified, that is also false ego in the mode of passion. False ego in the mode of ignorance, not following the process accordingly, and then would like to perform devotional service. That is in the mode of ignorance. So, how can we get out of this? So, that's why this canto, especially in chapter 26, it explains about the nature of the material world, uh, so that somehow or other will transgress or overcome these modes of material nature by engaging ourselves in bhakti properly, accordingly, under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master, under proper guidance from the Sastra and from the Supreme Lord Himself. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is none other than Radha and Krishna. Shri Krishna, Radha Krishna, Nahi Anya. He is Krishna, but combined forms of Radha and Krishna. He appears from time to time, once in one day of Lord Brahma. That means 1,000 yugas. That means 999 yugas. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu doesn't come. Only once in 1,000 Kali yugas. And the process whereby we can be delivered is the Harinam Sankirtan, the Yuga Dharma. And one can attain special benediction, Vraja Prem. In other yugas, Vaikuntha Prem. We were so fortunate. 5,000 years ago, Lord Krishna appears. He doesn't come also. Every Dwapara Yuga, does he, Maharaj?
Krishna every Dwapara.
Does he come?
No, obviously.
He doesn't come also. We're very fortunate. 5,000 years ago, Lord Krishna came. 500 years ago, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to show us Braja Prem. And then Srila Prabhupada came just recently. We'll be celebrating soon his 150 years, I believe, isn't it? Now we're celebrating the 60 years of the incorporation of ISKCON. This year is a milestone. We're part of it. And obviously, we can see, while traveling all over the world, we see so many devotees are joining. Many newcomers are becoming more and more interested because Srila Prabhupada's movement, this International Society for Krishna Consciousness, is a genuine process to ultimately give us Krishna Prem. As our spiritual master says, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj says, it's not so easy to run a spiritual institution. There's a lot of challenges because we all came from different backgrounds, different environments, different cultures, different mindset. But we all become one when our main focus is to please Krishna and the spiritual master. And therefore, we have to give up our own misidentification of this body, the bodily platform. We should not look external. We should not see external. We should see the intention, the interest of everyone to be as one. So in this way, we're going to be going and thriving and going and increasing. And ultimately, I was just reading, Prabhupada says, if at least 1% of the entire population become Krishna conscious, then we'll consider our mission to be success. 1%. That's a big percentage, isn't it? Just imagine how many people now in this world, over 7 billion people. What is 1% of 7 billion? Anyone?
700 million.
700?
70.
70 million?
No.
Is it? But let's say 1%. Come on, 1% is like almost nothing. And the acharyas predicted that, Kali Yuga, as time progresses, because this will be the main religion for the next 10,000 years. We only used up what? Since Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time, 500 years ago. Oh, there's still a long ways. What's going to happen? Acharya says the judges will be wearing tilak while they're making a judgment. And we're seeing that sometimes, not up to that far. We've seen devotees, they go to work with tilak, with sika. But how we can fulfill if we are in the bodily platform? We have to give up our own self-interest, our own self-agenda. And it's not so easy. As long as we have this body, Prabhupada says this body means sense enjoyment. We receive this body accordingly to the qualities that we had acquired from our previous lifetimes, from the desire at the time of death, the character that we created, the habits that we had. And then, yes, at the time of death, somehow or other, we achieve that next life. So this is our life right now. We all have different eyes, different nose, different ears, different mouth, different senses, different karmas. But somehow we are in this process whereby it is meant to purify everything: the mind, intelligence, ego, and ultimately, yes, consciousness. And it's not so easy. Yes, this body means sense enjoyment, but then Prabhupada says human form of life is meant for self-realization. It doesn't end there. This body is means sense enjoyment. And it means this human form is meant for self-realization, to be Krishna conscious. And as Prabhupada says in the purport, if the consciousness is pure, then automatically our ego is pure. We understand our position. Krishna is the supreme enjoyer. We are the enjoyed. We're all his eternal servants. Mm. The intelligence is pure. Mm. I will know what to do. If what I'm going to decide will make me farther away from Krishna, then I will not do that. If I know that my action or my decision will lead me to be closer to Krishna and to his devotees, that I must do. And the mind, no more pulling, no more pulling and pushing or reject, feeling and willing. No, mind is set, always thinking of Krishna. I'm using my senses uh, to serve the Supreme Lord and his devotees. Then guarantees we don't have to wait uh, at the time of death to be purified or to be thinking of Krishna. Whatever we're doing every day predicts our future, our next life. Whatever we're thinking every day predicts what we're going to be next life. Whatever I'm thinking about myself, who am I, predicts what I'm going to be next life. The future is now. The now is the future. So, as the Bhagavatam says also, as soon as we rise up in the morning, as soon as we wake up, we should consider that this could be my last day. If we are having that mindset, this could be my last day, then I think I will be very, very serious. I will not waste my time. I better have a very strong sadhana. I better chant my rounds attentively, no offenses. I better shape up. I better wake up. I may be awake, but really awake, consciously awake, knowing what I'm doing, what is my purpose. Am I able to help also others in their Krishna consciousness? Confirm. The more we try others to become Krishna conscious, the more we become Krishna conscious. It's like the parents. They may not be Krishna conscious, but they care for their child to be Krishna conscious. So making them Krishna conscious, making oneself also become Krishna conscious. And that is a duty of the parents. Otherwise, one should not have any children. So, but charity starts at home. Let us, Prabhupada says like that also, isn't it? To save, to save others is good, but greater than that is to save oneself first. So, all the facilities has been given by Srila Prabhupada to us, deity worship. Prabhupada's books, Prabhupada's teachings, everything is there. What is only lacking is our misusing, misuse of our minute independence. This minute independence. That is also false ego. If we misuse that minute independence, because we have a free will to do according to, again, to the qualities that we acquire. So Prabhupada says that at least be in the mode of goodness. At least come to the Madhyam platform. Don't remain in the neophyte stage. The neophyte, he only sees Krishna and oneself. Madhyam, he sees the Lord, the devotees, the envious, the innocents. At least we should come to the Madhyam platform. And then ultimately, one will go to the Uttama or Vishuddha Sattva, pure goodness. So this chapter specifically says like that, it's like how we can know the art of discrimination. What is goodness? What is passion? What is raja or passion? Until we elevate ourselves, our consciousness, whereby, yes, Krishna conscious. Seems to be very technical, but it is needed to know these things. So we're very fortunate, somehow or other, as Prabhupada says, it's like having a plane ticket. You know already, almost reached your destination, but still you have to keep yourself fit the time of boarding the plane. Still, you may get sidetracked. Don't lose this Vaikuntha vision of where we're going, but what is our aim? What is our purpose? And hope against hope, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if there's anything lacking, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will make it up. The main thing is our desire, our effort, our intention. And we've heard that also. Even if we are 80% surrender, Srila Prabhupada will make up whatever is lacking, and he'll make sure also we go back home, back to Godhead. But 80% surrender is also 100% surrender. How can you say 80%? Maybe we can say 50% surrender, half and half. But once you pass that, 50% is like, hey, all the way. No more turning back. Just like sometimes we've been asked, Maharaj, how can I balance material and spiritual life? There's no such thing as 50-50. At least 51% is spiritual. Quality though, quality time. Because most of the time, especially the grihastas, they are engaged in so-called materialistic activities. But even Bhagavad Gita even says, materialistic activities that the devotee does or perform is not material. It is also spiritual. It is also bhakti yoga. So yes, we're very thankful for your association. I've seen some of you in Vrindavan, especially His Holiness. You're coming, right? Yes, we reserved the room for you already in Vrindavan. I will stop here now. Is there any question or comments? It's so technical and a little bit. Yes, Mataji.
Thank you for a very wonderful class, Maharaj. One time, Srila Prabhupada said to Narayana Prabhu, his disciple, he said, if we can make just one ant Krishna conscious, then it would be a glorious success.
Joy. Yeah, Prabhupada, there was one devotee, there was like an ant, and what the devotee did is like he took something to, and Prabhupada chanted Hare Krishna also. He says, if you, before, if you did not, come to Krishna consciousness, you could have like smashed that ant or something. And then he just, Prabhupada chanted Hare Krishna before releasing the ant outside. Any other points, Maharaj? Want to say something?
Thank you, Maharaj, for coming to New Bhagavatam. A question that's written in the purport.
Yes?
Prabhupada says that the moon god is in the mode of goodness.
It's cooling.
Okay. Does that mean there's obviously you have Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu? Does that mean some of the other demigods are in different modes?
Yeah. King Indra usually is in like always putting himself in a very precarious condition. He's always into trouble, even though he's the king of the demigods. Yeah. The moon is considered to be in the heavenly planets, Prabhupada says, that they didn't go to the moon. And the rays of the moon is so cooling also that makes the fruits and the vegetables make their taste succulent, tasty. The lotus feet of Lord Nityananda is compared to millions of moons, Koti Chandra, Sushitala. It's so pleasing. It's cooling to the mind. And also be careful. Sometimes in the full moon, those who are a little cuckoo, then they get inflated.
Loony.
Yeah, the loony. They call loony, moony, cuckoo. Like they get super excited. Yeah, and full moon is very romantic also. When you, it's like in Taj Mahal, Prabhupada put that in the Krishna book, Taj Mahal. It's very, very romantic. The reflection of the full moon, that structure, gives a romantic feelings between lovers. Yeah. So there is a predominating or presiding deities in each and every. All of our organs, our body, they are controlled by the demigods. Even the gopis, they curse Lord Brahma why their eyes are blinking, even for less than a second. They curse him to be imperfect because they don't want to let go of not having see Krishna. Even for a moment, they don't want that. They want to see always. Maybe they want to have eyes of Lord Jagannath. They don't doesn't blink. So, yes. Demigods are very powerful. But if we please Krishna, all of them are pleased. All the leaves, the twigs, the branches, they all get nourished. The trunk, if we water the root of the tree. So if we please serve Krishna, all the demigods, we don't have to pay any debts to our forefathers, our ancestors, the saints, the sages, the demigods. We owe many, many debts to different living beings. But if we become Krishna conscious, automatically it's taken care of. Go to the mode of pure goodness. Any other question or comment? Yes?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you so much for class. I'm not sure if I understood correctly, but I think you mentioned that in this Kali Yuga, thanks to the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we can receive the benediction of Raja Prem.
Yes,
And in other yugas,
Vaikuntha.
instead, exactly. Could you talk a little bit about this, please?
Because the Lord, He comes specifically in this yuga to give us this benediction. There are Vaikuntha Prem and Braja Prem, two premas. Like if you go to South India, the Sri Sampradayas, followers of Ramanuja Acharya, they're also Vaishnavas. There are four Sampradayas, but in this age, that's why our Sampradaya is called Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Madhva Acharya also got, like a different. He has also other followers, kind of like branched. But our program is how to attain love of Radha and Krishna. In their program, their aim is to attain love of Lakshmi Narayan. So it's very special. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It's not coincidence. Whoever deity you worship, you are that having that inclination, and more likely that you will attain that achievement. You will attain that program, that process. So their worship is Lakshmi Narayan, and they're more into ritualistic process, yagyas, and so on, different mantras. Our mantra is only Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Mhm. So yes, Lord Chaitanya, it says here, is spotless moon. In the material world, we have moon that has pock marks, but still considered to be very, very pure in a sense. But there is this moon, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's being compared to Gaura Chandra. That's why our temple in Sri Mayapur Chandradhai Mandir. So yes, our process. We're not saying other institutions they will not attain love, but this line, Srila Prabhupada's, the Gaudiya, is very special. But Prabhupada's especially very, very special. He chalked out a process for us to attain that Praja Prem as being the Acharya. Others, they may chant 4 rounds, whatever, only follow 2 regulative principles. We should not be swayed by that. Some of them, they don't even chant. He said, if you want to chant, yeah, if you have time to chant, okay, you chant. Then how do we know we're improving? How do we know if we're making advancement? It's not just hearing kata. Some, they just hear kata, hari kata, and they don't do practical service like we do. We go on Harinam, we go book distribution, we go prasadam distribution. All of this is like a complete package to purify our heart. It's not so easy to purify one's heart. No. But Lord Chaitanya's process, Chetu Darpana Marjana, cleansing. Okay? Hope against hope. Maharaj, you want to say something?
Yes.
Please.
Thank you. As you said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's, he's offering as an art puja to Shrat Karuna Thira Kalo. And the age of Kali, he's offering up to Brahma Prema. He also gives all the other ones too. Because in his Leela we find more Chaitanya.
Yes.
Who's an incarnation of Hanuman.
Yes.
Blood, incarnation of Prahlad Maharaj.
Mm-mm.
So he's offering all the different achievements, but only he can actually give Raj Prema.
Wow.
It's not, so it's not that we, whoever we are,
Yes.
whatever our aspirations are, we take shelter of Lord Chaitanya,
Mm-mm.
we'll achieve that.
Mm-mm.
And if we have the highest aspirations, Prabhupada writes in 1865
Mm-mm.
that he suggests that we focus our mind on Krishna. The
Right.
form of Krishna is a coward boy with a beautiful, beautiful lotus
Right.
eyes and his peacock feather and his effulgence and the son of Mother Yasoda. And
Mm-mm.
we shouldn't even focus our minds on other incarnations. But if we do, it's all right too.
Yes. Some are attracted to Gaur-Nitai. You go to that part of Goloka where Gaur-Nitai is performing their pastimes. Some are attracted to Sitaram. We have some temples, Sitaram, Lakshmananu. Mm-mm.
Nice thing about Gauri Nai is that the Gaudiya Vaishnavas can go simultaneously in one body, in the male body,
Yes.
to Navadvip or Goloka Vrindavan,
Yes.
and participate in Sankirtan there. And in a female body, they can go even to simultaneously to Krishna's pastimes in Madhurya Rasa. They can have two bodies there.
Unique. Unique. Yes. The associates of the Lord, they have counterparts in the Radha Krishna Lila pastimes. Yes. But don't think about that now. Just continue on, follow the principles and the instructions from Srila Prabhupada and our spiritual master. Always consider ourselves as servants, and in due course of time, Srila Prabhupada says, it will be revealed to us that unique form that we have eternally, specifically that form in serving the Lord. Yes, Maharaj?
Srila Rupa Goswami advises us that externally we should act as a regulated devotee following Rupa Goswami.
Mm-mm.
And internally, eventually we'll develop the same mood as Rupa Manjari is giving us.
Mm-mm.
That is feeling separation from Krishna and Vrindavan. And some of the cowherd boys, they feel separation. Mother Yasoda feels that they all, but we're following externally regulated devotee, the regulated process that Sri Rupa Goswami gives us. And eventually we'll develop the mood of separation that he's also giving us as the form of Rupa Manjara.
Right, right. Some devotees, they go to Radha Kund, they try to find out immediately what is their Siddhadeha. And during Prabhupada's time, one devotee went there and he went to one Babaji, and Babaji says, "You're a peacock."
I visited him the first time I went down.
And then devotees so seeing him like dancing like a peacock. What are you doing? Well, I'm a peacock in my, eternal form. As Maharaj says, it's been practiced internally also. Yes, it's most important. Okay, Maharaj, thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Goshitana Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna.